We are back in the garden. Sam, we are into the flower show right now.
Yay.
Oh, yeah,
All
we're
right.
excited. Are you excited?
I am so excited. I can't wait. I can't wait for people to see us and come and visit
so
us in
much.
June.
Yeah,
I can't imagine that conversation. And I'd love to be a fly on the wall in that room where it was first talked about.
Right.
Yeah,
about switching.
we literally started talking about this towards the end of April. We really started to think, you know what?
Wow,
This is
that's
getting-
early.
That's early, yeah.
We didn't make a decision until May, but we definitely ran through the process and started having conversations, and we jumped ahead of it. It takes us so long to plan the show, and it takes so much time. We couldn't wait, and
Right.
we wanted to make sure if we were going to make a change and make it, do something different, that we had as much time as we possibly could. So we raised the red flag and said, look, if we're even thinking about it, because we were talking about it, we really need to sit down and have a formal process of making this decision and really, vetting out all the different ideas. And we vetted about we did a big brainstorming session, about 7 or 8 ideas, rose to the top. We vetted them out pretty significantly with a huge group of our board members, our staff, and volunteers to really understand what we could do and how and what was the best choice to do.
So it's going to be outside in a park.
In a park, yep, FDR Park. So location was probably the hardest choice. We had 17 different locations.
Oh my gosh.
My staff, I think it was the first time they got outside of their houses. It was in May when we were looking at the different sites and going around and putting eyes on, because we had to put eyes on sites because we couldn't just look at it through Google Maps, which we found most of the sites through Google Maps. But we had to make sure we went and saw the infrastructure, saw the parking, saw the access, saw the different things. And FDR Park quickly rose as we started to do the assessments with all those different sites. We had a whole score sheet, and FDR Park rose right to the top. And,
Now, in the city, where is FDR Park?
So FDR Park is in South Philadelphia. It's right off of 95, right near the sports complex. So if you get off at the 95 exit at Broad Street, right, if you were going to a Phillies game or a Sixers game or an Eagles game, Broad and Pattison, FDR Park is right there on Broad and Pattison. It's right there. So that's one of the main reasons why we picked it. Easy access for folks that are coming over the bridge or coming from north or south of us.
So
that's easy to get there. Public transportation also goes there as well. Broad and Pattison is the drop-off for the Broad Street line. So the NRG station is the Broad Street line, and that can be dropped. You can take public transportation right to the site as well. Great. Parking. We have plenty of parking. We're working with the sports complexes.
I was going to say, did you check the Philly schedule?
Absolutely. Of the 9 days we're there, I think there's 7 games going on. But we close at 7 o'clock and the games start 7:05, something like that. So you got plenty of time to come see the show and then go to the Phillies game, right? So I think that's a great day.
Huh? All right, date night.
That would be a great day for me. Go and see flowers during the day and gardens, and then going to the Phillies game at night.
Wow, that sounds really good.
Great day, huh?
So the parking is going to be easy. We have shuttles running from the parking lots to the site or to the main gate of the flower show.
Well, where will parking be? Is there enough parking around?
So there's enough parking. There's parking lots across the street at the NovaCare, and then we're going to use overflow over at literally Citizens Bank Park, the lots closest to the energy stations.
Okay.
And so we have close to 4,000 spots in amongst that there.
Wow.
So that. And the sports teams have been great working with us. Obviously, their attendance is starting. They're allowed to have people attend their games now. So I know on opening day, Phillies, I think that 8,000 people or something like that, 7,000 people.
No more cardboard cutouts.
We're excited about working with them, and no more cardboard. We're excited about working with them, and again, easy access for people to get to and from the show. You can walk from the parking lots, or we'll have shuttles that can take you back and forth.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, good.
That's great. And as far as structurally within the park itself, I looked really quick at the website. And what's that website address again?
Good question. It's phsonline.org, phsonline.org.
Okay. And I believe there are links there to plan a weekend of it.
Everything, yeah. All the information you need to know from a flower show standpoint, as well as all of our other programs throughout the year and getting volunteering and getting involved with PHS is all right there.
Now, what's there? I looked quickly at the park itself, but there's some older structures that are there.
Yeah, absolutely. This park is a very old park. It was designed by the Olmsted brothers, so the same folks that designed Central Park in New York City designed this park. It's been around for a long time, over 150 years, because it was some of the structures were built for the 150th anniversary of the United States when we had the sesquicentennial. I don't know the name of the 150th anniversary of the United States.
Good save.
This was a couple of buildings. The Russian Tea House, which is now called the Boat House, that structure still stands. The great partner that we've been working with, and they're excited about the flower show coming, is the American Swedish Historical Museum, which is a beautiful building that they have, and it's a museum down there based for to highlight Swedish artists and the Swedish heritage.
Wow.
And they're opening their doors to all the visitors that come to the flower show, and we're going to have some exhibits from the flower show in there. Some of our art, our photography, our press plants, and our jewelry classes will be inside the museum.
Jewelry
so people
classes.
can actually, our botanical jewelry. You didn't know we had that?
I did not know that.
Yeah. People create botanical jewelry.
Can I?
Oh, my goodness.
Monty Don, Julio, we talk about him
Yes,
all
we
the time.
do, yeah.
He was
We
a
love
jeweler.
Oh, my
Was he really?
goodness.
Yeah,
Oh, I
he
didn't know
started
that.
as a jeweler, and
Oh,
things
okay.
didn't work out so
Linked.
well. But he sold
Yeah.
stuff to Princess Diana. Anyway, back to jewelry.
So that's a treasure that a lot of people don't know about. We're hoping that the flower show will open the eyes to a lot of people to come down. They have special exhibits all year round. So Tracy Beck and that team have been open their doors and going to welcome all the flower show visitors and the guests during the flower show time. So
I'm getting excited.
yeah, so
I'm
it's
getting
right.
excited.
Our location, the park itself is over 400 acres big.
Wow.
It's huge.
Wow,
Huge.
I didn't
Lots
realize
of sports
it was that
fields,
big.
lots of baseball, tennis courts, soccer fields.
Right.
There's also a golf course. The golf course is closed
There's
now.
a golf
There
course.
used to be a golf course there. So the golf course is closed now, but Justin DeBaradinas, who's the director down there, has now turned the golf course into these great meadow wildlife walking preserve now. It's unbelievable. People can people who still live in the neighborhoods, they call this the lakes. So a lot of fishing. I think Mayor Kenny said he swam there when he was younger, when he grew up in South Philly. But they call FDR Park is not FDR Park from South Philly. If you're in the know and you're from here, you call it the lakes, and that's where you go to hang out at the lakes. And there's a lot of picnicking. So it's a well-used park. So we want to make sure that during the flower show, the public can still use the park. Still do their games, still do their picnicking, and they will have access to the rest of the park. We're only in about 15 acres of the space.
Okay.
So
I didn't realize it was
Yeah.
that big. And
It's
how
huge.
do we not know?
Yeah, it's a treasure. Literally, it's this. We're hoping that we can open eyes to a lot more people to this great park, and they also just got some great funding to improve and do a lot of improvements to this park that the Fairmount Park Conservancy was able to secure. And so after the flower show, we're going to do some improvements during the restoration
great.
of the flower show
great.
site.
That's really good.
Planting new lawns and seeding new lawns. We
look
did
at
a
that.
lot of tree work there. We're working to improve a lot of the walkways that are there before the flower show. So we're working with Parks and Recs to do all of that before the show. And then after the show, the Fairmount Park Conservancy, they're going to do a lot
That's wonderful.
of staged improvements over time to make that park even better. Because it's a well-used park, such a huge treasure of the city.
Wow, you're getting me off the ledge of worrying that it's not indoors in the wintertime.
Come on.
All right, we're going to be right back in the garden right after these messages. We're going to talk about some of the exhibits that will be going on during the flower show in June.